All right, we're going to get right into it here as we are starting half an hour late. What is going on? Welcome, everybody. Just checking a couple of things here quick. One quick second. Paste that there. Do that. And let's see, is that going to work? Maybe. What's going on? Sorry, I am late. I let you know here that was about an hour ago. I was still at the Calgary Saddle Dome for the Teddy Bear Toss hockey game, the junior team here, the Calgary Hitmen. And the Hitmen didn't score till like 7 minutes left in the third period, and that's when we got to throw the teddy bears. And holy crap, what a scene that is! Strong cards, Mike at Eastridge, Mr. Minty. I just haven't had time to shave last couple days. What's up, Outlaws? Hoops Hobby. Good to see you. Laura, hello. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Jeff McMahon, hello. Dylan Rantucci, what's going on, my guy? Thank you. Got to watch oh, good. What was going on For Collectors tonight? I love those guys. Luke, good evening. Mike, good to see you. Shannick, what's happening? Hey, lots of you guys here. I'm happy to see that, considering we are starting, like I said, about half an hour late. So cards wise, let me just see. I haven't taken time to go by Sport Plus. Interestingly, the Fanatics Collect website completely changed on me, and maybe you guys too today, where like this is I don't like here. If we go to auction, I'm just gonna open up another window. So here's the auction tab, but I can't get into my watch list through the auction tab. So we click on the auction 203, and now we can search in here. We can search whatever category we want, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, see some more for a second, non-sport. Like we can click on all that, but there's nowhere here to get to just the watch list, which I spend time going through and, marking these with a heart. But if you go through this guy here, you can go to your watch list over here, which is what I just did. You click on the watch list, and then it asks you which platform. So if we're going to go to the auction, it brings us back to here. But I can't now pick sports from the one. I don't think I can pick the sport unless it's in here. Nope. Is it in filter? There it is in the filter. In any event, we don't have that many cards tonight to go through. So we're, let's see, okay, 4 times. I think this is the 24. I did notice that they did add the option to look at that. This is back. We've been asking for this. We can go to 96 and maybe, let's see, does that give us everything that I had selected to look at? That's everything. Okay, so let's do that. We got them all on one page. That's pretty cool. Before we do, let's just go to some more comments here. Piper Mac, good evening. Jacob Dahl, hello to you. A pre-Philly show hangout over there on For Collectors. Yeah, that's when's that? Next weekend. I'm having some FOMO on the Philly show. I got to tell you, it was a year ago that I was there, and I loved it. What a great show that was. What is up, Chris at Dog Food Soup 79? Laura, congratulating everyone selected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Jeff Kent, I see there's some funny reactions to that. NCKLM says watch list is through the link on your account. Yeah, I know, but that's not where I want it. NCKLM. I mean, I appreciate it's there, but it's not really conducive to the show here. Although I suppose if we go through the filter, like if I go through here and I select baseball, but can I also select? Maybe I just have to do it this way. All right, we'll do it this way. I'm sure I'll get used to it, just like anything. Jayhawk, good evening. YouTube account haver. It sounds a lot like the what is it, the Instagram account haver? Is that you? Or is this the same guy? And if it is, really enjoyed your appearances on Iowa Dave's podcast. If that is you, just want to let you know I've enjoyed your appearances with Iowa Dave. Hobby Hoops, dude, I get so jealous of everyone going to shows. FOMO for sure. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. I just love going to shows myself. Let's talk cards though, guys. So if you guys remember, like I have been for about a year now picking off a few 1957 Topps baseball cards. I think they're just nice. They're just all about the photo. There's no fancy border, no real design. It's a very simple printing of the player's name on the front, and like there's a border on the card, but it's really about the photography in 57 Topps baseball. Well, I'm kind of feeling the same way about 53 Bowman Color. And this isn't news to anybody. 53 Bowman Color is an amazing set, beautiful, but I find myself, when I'm scrolling past them, pausing and looking at the photography more. I picked up the Pee Wee Reese myself at the National. I have a Warren Spahn as well. Kind of want to build a flight. Of 53 Bowman Colors now. And Yogi Berra is one of my guys. I love Yogi Berra ever since I watched the documentary. Everyone knows about Yogi Berra, but anyway, I love this card. It's a PSA 5. It has the NBA gold diamond sticker on it for, eye appeal. And it is a really nice copy here. I felt when I was looking at it the other day, I thought I was sensing some tilt, perhaps. Is there a very, very slight counterclockwise tilt? But I don't know that I'm seeing it right now. Maybe a nice copy overall. Just a great card. I just think I got to build myself a flight of 53 Bowman Colors now. I have 2 to start, so I'm kind of halfway there, I suppose. But I love this. What a great card. $575 seems like, and again, I don't know anything about what this card sells for, but that seems like a fair enough deal to me. The 39 play ball Ted Williams, his one, and I believe only rookie card. This is a PSA 4.5. It's at $7,500 right now. And it's nice. It's a nice card. Obviously, it's off-center to the left, but this is, I kind of wish it was in color. It would be cooler. I bought a copy of this from Brady Hill at the National, I think in about 2014. I bought my copy. Love the copy. This is a nice copy as well. And yeah, this is it's an iconic card. This is Ted Williams rookie card right here. $7,500 for the PSA 4.5. I'm going to close that window for now. But then, okay, so now let's shift from, the 1930s and 50s to 2005. Donruss Greats, Yankee Clippings, Babe Ruth game used jersey. And I mean, $1,000. Like, look at that piece. It's Donruss. I don't know if that bothers people versus it being a Topps card, because Topps in their triple threads and other sets have made some beautiful Babe Ruth memorabilia cards, but this has it's got the pinstripe coming right down through the Yankees logo. I think that's super cool. This is just certified authentic by CGC. I don't think anyone would doubt the authenticity of this card anyway, but it's a pretty cool card. What does the back look like? Simple, bit of an explanation. Does tell you that the authentic game worn was obtained. What does that say? I got to make it bigger. I thought I could read it, but I can't. Was obtained and guaranteed by Donruss. So yeah, item personally worn by Babe Ruth in an official Major League Baseball game. That's pretty good. A pretty good certificate of authenticity. I like that language there. And this card caught my eye. That's what this is. This show is about the cards that catch my eye. And if anyone ever wants to say, hey, maybe look at this card tonight, just send me a message. I'll add one of your cards that you guys are interested in to the show too. 99 Metal Universe PMG Roberto Alomar out of 50. I mean, growing up in the 90s as a Blue Jays fan, Roberto Alomar was a fan favorite for sure. This is not him on the Blue Jays, so it wouldn't interest me as much. And I think he's had some off the field issues as well. So maybe a bit of hesitation on adding his cards. But here's a couple of 51 Bowmans, just like those 53 Bowmans. I love the 51s. And the 51s are very similar to the 1950s. Like almost many of the cards have the same image, but they're longer, they're taller. The Roy Campanella SGC 4.5 looks like a beautiful card. I love the pose, love the image. $230 there. I'll add one of these one day eventually. And then the Ted Williams, look at that. SGC 6. It's off center to the left, but that's fine. Look, this card's like super clean. It's got a registration issue. You can see the glow coming off the left side of his face there. You see all these problems through the borders of the jersey, under the arm, fuzzy face. But if registration isn't your thing, and I don't know why it wouldn't be, but if it isn't your thing, this card from an edges and corners perspective, and even the surface, like look at the name bar. It's basically perfect. What a beautiful card. Again, it has the imperfect registration and centering, but the centering is actually really good. That wouldn't bother me in my collection. 53 tops, Satchel Paige in a PSA 5.5. Our good buddy Joe Perot recently picked up a copy of this card. And this one, look at the centering on this. Is that like perfect centering? It kind of looks to be almost perfect centering. The bottom of the red looks really good too. Yeah, I mean, the bottom right corner's got a touch of rounding, but what a great looking copy that is. Like 5.5, and that's an old grade too. This might be an undergraded old five, or I shouldn't say that because I can't see what else is going on, right? There could be a surface issue somewhere. It does have the 5.5, and this was early on in PSA giving out the half grades as well. So this is probably getting that extra half grade for the beautiful centering that it does have. 2,600 on that right now. We never really talk about the Eddie Matthews rookie from 52 tops, the last card in the set, a short print. It's a 2, and this is a nice 2. The surface to me, it looks to be a slightly dulled, but not that bad. Bottom right corner has issues. This is a card I've never owned. I've never really even wanted to own. I shouldn't say I haven't wanted to own it, but I've never, done any research, looked into owning this card. But it's an important card nonetheless. The surface does have a little bit of wear. Maybe that's what I was noticing before. But this is a key 52 tops card right there. And how about the Ty Cobb bat on shoulder PSA 2? Joe Perot, we showed off his pickup of this card that he bought last week on the Fanatics Weekly. We showed it off last night on Sports Cards Live. And this is the 2, and it's nice. I actually don't even remember what grade his was. I just remember was it a 1.5? I actually think his 1.5 was nicer than this 2. Yeah, that's still a very nice copy here of the bat on shoulder. Although he had the glove showing one. I think his might have been a different card. $3,000 on that. Beautiful card. This 63 tops mantle caught my eye from a centering perspective. I didn't zoom in on it like we are right now. And I just seem to notice there are some issues look at all the fish eyes, plenty of them here in the portrait section of the card. Several here on the green. I think there's a bit of a registration issue. Yeah, I don't know that I love this copy, but when you zoom out, the centering it's wonderful. It's not perfect, but it's very, very nice. This PSA 4 63 tops mantle is at $400. How about a 33 Gaudy Babe Ruth PSA 2? Love this card. A beauty. You zoom out, it's very nice. Okay, so it's off center to the right. It does have some business going on in the top section, like some serious staining or toning across the top here. See this, whatever this little line, this crease or something coming through above the R in George. Yeah, this one has surface issues, I would say, like whether it's staining, toning, discoloration. But it's still a great card. Let's have a look at the back. Yeah, you can see this card's well loved. Like it's got lots of again, toning that's coming through on both sides. But overall, I mean, you step back and it's a nice looking card. It's a 2, and it's recently graded 10,000 for that right now. Now, this is a PSA 5 Koufax rookie, 1955 tops, and I again only looked at it so far from a distance, and it looked like it was really well centered. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. And for me, this is my first time zooming in on this particular copy, and I do see now why it's a 5. This is a very old slab, but look at this top left corner here. There's like a little bit of a fold over or a it's kind of pushed in there, and then there's some print defect issue, some extra ink over here in this area. but the bottom looks nice. It's not perfect. I'd say 5 is probably the right grade. Although you never know. Nowadays, this could be a 4 or a 3.5, but that'd be a very strong one at that. Because from here, it looks awesome. That's a pretty strong copy. Continuing on, we've got the 59 Topps Mickey Mantle, another case of just a card that I thought was really well centered and just presented super nicely. This is a 5. And while it's not perfectly centered, it is very nicely centered. Like, this is the kind of card I'd be looking for. Yeah, maybe it's a tad more to the left than I'd love, but listen, can't have everything that we love, right? It's still a nice card. I like it. 1350 on the 59 mantle. And this card is interesting. I tell you guys a really quick story about this Munson. It's a PSA 9. It's a third-year Munson. It's a 72. You know, his rookie year is a multiplayer card. His second year is the black bordered 71s. This is his first maybe like attainable card in high grade, $360. But what I wanted to tell you is, you guys see these paintings behind me, right? Well, the artist who painted these paintings, the very first card she ever painted was this one here. And she is the wife of this guy right here of ER Hobbies. This is Mike, and I was in his office at East Ridge Hobbies 5 years ago now, and I see this painted on the wall, and I say, "Hey, that's a beautiful painting. Where'd you get?" They go, "Oh, yeah, my wife Vicky painted it for me." I'm like, "Oh, would she paint any for me?" I don't know. Ask her. So I did, and here we are. I got 20 of them and 4 on the way still. But this is the card that really inspired all these original paintings I have behind me. And in a way, it makes me kind of want to have a copy of this card. And I love the 72s. So yeah, I just find myself loving so many of these vintage sets. But that's the story behind the Thurman Munson. It is this card that inspired the card paintings behind me. And as you guys, I'll just because it's fun. I mean, there's a lot. Like there's 20 of them up there so far. You can see them all in one view right there. So you never really see that top row, but there you go. Thank you to Vicky from East Ridge Hobby. She now works full-time in the shop as well and has been for a while. All right. Oh, this beautiful Ty Cobb green background portrait, Sweet Caporal. Look at the centering on this card, you guys. Come on. It's a 3. And as we zoom in, I mean, okay. So the top corners aren't great, but they're damn fine to me. Maybe a bit of a print defect right there, a little ink, little excess ink or something. Bottom looks good. We haven't seen the back yet, but this is just like, this is wow. Oh, and the back looks super clean too. So, I mean, is there a small wrinkle somewhere, or is it some staining here? Why is this only a 3? And is it just, surface? Maybe it's the top right corner. It's not the prettiest top right corner. You can see like, kind of off color stock there, but this card is amazing. Does it have eye appeal? Did they give it eye appeal? They did not even give it the eye appeal designation anywhere, right? Like, not from the old PWCC, not from the current Fanatics Collect. I would have given this eye appeal, at least from this angle. $9,000. Like, this is the green portrait. This is the toughest of the Cobbs. And this seems cheap to me right now. Man, I wish I was swimming in dough. I would be all over this card right now. Absolutely. What a beauty. Whew. Babe Ruth, card number 5333 Gaudy, a PSA 1. This one's got what Petty would call those honest corners for sure. Along the bottom, you got all sorts of creases going through the middle here. All sorts of snow effect happening. Rounded corners, very off-centered, low, but there does seem to be a ton of border at the top there, more than usual. This might be an oversized card. I'm not sure. SGC1, not a bad copy. 6750 sounds about right to me on that specific copy. How about the 49 Satchel rookie SGC4? Looks good. Corners and edges look good. Color is good. Look at the deep color in the cap there. Look at that color. Beautiful. Nice skin tones. pretty sweet copy image-wise. Obviously, it's high and to the right. Might have a bit of tilt. Might even does it have some? I don't think it has diamond cut. I don't think it's diamond cut, but I don't think so. Back is clean. Wait, let's go back to the back. Maybe it is diamond cut a little bit. I'm not sure. It seems like it could be diamond cut a bit that way. I'm not sure. Tough to tell. But a great card. 4,300 on the satchel. Here is a red portrait Cobb sweet cap, PSA 5. Oh, look at the bright white borders on this guy. Little bit of a blurry eye situation, but not too blurry even for me. And, you know, you guys know I'm a registration snob. Centering looks really solid. I wouldn't mind it to be shifted up just a little bit to give a little bit more room under the words Cobb and Detroit, but this card would be more than welcome into my collection. Old slab, 10,500. Like, imagine picking up this one and the green we just looked at tonight. Like, you got Cobb, your Cobb portraits are taken care of, and you're doing really, really well. Ken Griffey Jr. certified mirror gold. This card is, you know, stated print run out of 30. It is not numbered. It's a 22,500. I think there's a lot of suspicion out there in the hobby that there's more than 30 of these out there. Very recently graded. PSA 8, 22.5. Nice card. Listen, I love collecting some Griffey, but that card is just not on my radar. I just thought it was pretty. Let's close all these windows up really quick, guys. It's funny because now Fanatics, every time I right click on an auction, it gives me two windows. All right, let's now move over and let's go check out. Let's do basketball by itself first. This Michael Jordan Emotion Intense is a, wait a sec. I actually want to sort this by earliest year because I want to do some comparison. First of all, this kind of made me laugh, this card, just with how off-center it is. This Jerry West rookie, it's a PSA 7 with the miscut qualifier, and it is certainly miscut. I mean, you know, the actual image, the color goes all the way to the edge. That's miscut by PSA, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Lots of extra blue ink on the front here, which I don't love. To me, that, like, this is, they gave it a 7, but to me, that right there and this red over here means that this is not a 7. Never mind the qualifier. To me, if I were a grading standards setter, which I am not, I would not give this a 7 at all. This print defect would be like 6 maximum for me, but otherwise, yeah, and there's more PD right there. PD for print defect right there. You can see to the left of his arm. Yeah, I think this is overgraded. Never mind the qualifier. Just my opinion, of course. But listen, it's $700 right now. Or sorry, $800 right now. Not bad for a Jerry West rookie. How about the Wilt SGC3? Much better centering here. This card looks really strong from this angle. You know, none of that, well, very little of that print defect. You do have some weird line coming down here. I'm not sure what this is. That a hair in the slab, or like, is that, yeah, because this is actually coming up above the card. I see a little bit of it between the black inlay and the card itself. So that might be a hair in the slab, possibly. You can see the Warrior. He's got all sorts of white fringe coming off. So there's a registration issue there. You can see the white under the armpit that we talk about, bit on the shoulder. There's an issue on the shoulder. So, but this is still beautiful for a 3. Come on. This card's amazing for a 3. This would get my blessing. 2,100 on that. Let's close up those windows. Now, this is why I want to sort by year, because we have a PSA 10 with a NBA gold sticker, and they have a PSA 10 without the NBA gold sticker. 1,200 with it and 1,150 without. So right now, the NBA gold is only adding $50 in perceived value to the card and bid value right now. So we'll see how those end. A couple of Michael Jordan cut aboves, both BGS 8.5s. And interestingly, we have one at 6,500 and one at 7,250. They look different as well. There's often a print line coming down kind of in this region over here on this card, so you want to look out for that. And of course, the subgrades could have an impact on the bids as well. Let's take a look. Look, love how it gives me two windows. That must be a glitch in their in their coding or something. But the one at the higher priced one, right? Yeah, 7250. It has an 8, a 9, an 8, so an 8, an 8.5, a 9, and a 9.5, and the one at 6500 has an 8, an 8.5, a 9, and a 9.5. So the same grade distributions, but on different subs. And the surface here has an 8. The surface here, both surfaces are 8s. These cards have the exact same subgrades, actually, in the same places even, guys. So that's interesting. Maybe somebody just likes the look of one better than the other. That makes a lot of sense to me, that you would like the looks of one over another and that you're going to pay more for the one you like the looks of better. Shaquille O'Neal, Big Men on Court, Z-Force is the Z-Pete parallel. This is a parallel of an insert. Sometimes my favorite cards are parallels of inserts. And this BGS 9 is at 675, pop 7, only 2 higher. You know, there's the regular version of this card, which I think is just a way better looking card. This one, they dulled out the background, the Big Men on Court. And on the original, or the regular version of this card, those are very colorful and bright. So I've never been a fan of the Z-Pete, but it's an important card nonetheless. PSA 9 MJ 97 metal base card sitting at 320, and a Hakeem Olajuwon PMG red original 97, 1997 out of 90 is at $9,000 in the PSA 5. Pretty cool. Couple of essential credentials. Dennis Rodman, $13,000 out of 76 for a PSA 8. So this is the future. And beside it is the Charles Barkley, the now. The futures are the pink ones, the reds, the nows are the greens and yellows. The Rodman, again, out of 77 or out of 76, sitting at $13K. And the Barkley, numbered 17 of 17, is at $9,500. That's a cool card. It's out of 17 only. And a Shaquille O'Neal Ultra Stars Gold PSA 8 at $3,000. I used to have the PSA 7. I sold it in my Joe Jackson consolidation. And I don't have it anymore, but it's a beautiful card. And here we have a PSA 8. The Ultra Abilities Superstar, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Kobe is a PSA 8 for 8.25. Jordan a BGS 9 at 2,500. These are really cool cards. I used to have a Jordan. I had a PSA 10 Jordan, and now that's probably a $30,000 card. This is a BGS 9, and you can get it right now for $3,000 out the door. Well, the leading bidder right now can get it for that. You're gonna have to bid a bit more to get it if you are not the leading bidder right now. And we have a Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor, Shaquille O'Neal out of 100, PSA 9 at 1575, pop 11, 4 higher. I think it's gorgeous. Is that Gary Payton? No, that's not Gary Payton. Just a beautiful card, though. Look at that. I love atomics. You probably guys have heard me say that before. The BAMs, Kobe Bryant out of 250 at $10,000 for the PSA 9. And then the Lynchpins Kobe BGS 8.5 at 18.25. I love the Lynchpins. I think it's a fun image of Kobe there. And here's another Barkley. Here's his essential credentials from 1998 for 18.25, numbered out of 68. So you can buy his 97 now and his 98 future tonight if you want. Pick off that pair. There's the Shaq PSA 4. Like, I have his 97. I wouldn't mind having his 98 as well. I don't think, do I have this card? No, I don't have this card. I'd remember it if I did. But it's a 4. I'm like, what's going on? Why is it a 4? I haven't looked yet, but maybe there's something going on right there. Maybe some surface damage, because it doesn't look that bad to, oh, here we are. There's the top layer is peeling off down here at the bottom. That's definitely what the issue is there. Kind of a cool card though. Still, I wouldn't want it with that, but you know, it's 15.25 for this condition. These only go up from there. Cool card. Couple of molten metal fusion titaniums, Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan. These are both out of 40. Kevin Garnett's an 8, Duncan's a 5. And look at that, $14,000 for Garnett and $9,500 for Duncan. Cool cards. These are just beautiful. I have the Cal Ripken from this, although it's out of 50 in baseball. Love it. Absolutely love it. Soul of the Game, MJ, PSA 9 is $1,675. I think I bought my PSA 10 of that, which I no longer have. in like 2019 or 18 for like under $500. And now the 10s, I don't know what the 10's going for, probably 10 times what the 9 is going for. Here's an 03 exquisite base card of Michael Jordan. This is just the base card, guys. It's out of 225. It's a BGS 7. It's at $3,500. You know, maybe one of the most expensive serially numbered base cards that exist. I'm not sure. Here's the LeBron James Essential Credentials Now rookie card, numbered out of 102 in a BGS 8.5 holder. I do own a copy of this myself. This is numbered 58 of 102. I think mine is 53 of 102, if I remember. Love the card. Just beautiful. And the future version of the LeBron is numbered out of 1. I believe it's a 1 of 1, you guys. So pretty interesting there. Cool card. Dual patch auto, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, PSA 7. I just thought this was pretty cool. But then I looked at it and the autos, they're just not quite all there. Like those are, you know, when you like put something in the oven, you warm it up to 350 and then you put in your item, you know, your pan of food or whatever. It's almost like this card was in for the warm up and then wasn't completely baked, but it's starting to get baked. Those autos are starting to fade, and so they would just not be allowed in my collection, even though the card's beautiful. I just wouldn't want it. But that's me. A lot of people would. Only 5 copies made. The autos grade a 10, that's expired. That grade is no good anymore. I don't know. I guess PSA doesn't guarantee its auto grades, does it? I mean, if they did, they'd owe a ton of money because auto grades are temporary. Auto grades are temporary. That's really important. Not to say that they don't last for some card. I mean, any card, I don't think I have a single auto grade in my collection. Like, I don't think I have a single card that has an auto grade on it. Nothing comes to mind for me. So, but I have several autograph cards, and every autograph is completely beautiful, and those grades would remain because I'm not putting them out in the light. I'm not baking them. This one got baked. 5520, still a cool card. I still think it's a cool card. SP Game Used, LeBron James, significant numbers out of 5, BGS 9. Oh, that has been sold. So we've now had some cards sell. So let's just skip that. I love this. You guys. I said it recently about I think a Griffey, or I forget what the player was. But here's a LeBron 52 tops, like tribute kind of design. I think it's wicked. PSA 9, 52 style from 2005. $330 for the PSA 9. Only 299 copies made. It's a third-year card. I know that doesn't mean much anymore, but it's an early career card. 330. I don't know. That seems reasonable to me. I don't know much about the card, except that I think it's nice. A nice Steph Curry here for Joe Perot and the Warriors fans in the room. Immaculate Collection. Gamey's patch auto out of 75. That's sold. Here's a dual patch of Michael Jordan and LeBron James out of 50. SP Game Used, Upper Deck, Game Worn, BGS 9.5. That's awesome. Is there red in the Jordan patch? There's red in the Jordan patch too. Look at that right there on the left. Little sliver of red, which really makes a difference on the card. LeBron, you're getting gold and black from the Cavs. That's a sweet card, guys. Like, I love my patch cards. Kaboom. I just had to bring this up because it's a Kaboom Kobe at $80,000, guys. It's a 2016 Excalibur Kobe Bryant Kaboom PSA 10 Pop 3, $80,000, which is $96,000 out the door. And the last basketball card is this beautiful LeBron James flawless patch, numbered out of 15, which sold already now for $6,900. So now that we've flown through basketball, let's go take a look at hockey and football on one screen, and let's see what comes up. And I'm sure, okay, $72.50 for this SGC 6 Bobby Orr. This looks nice. It's off center to the left, as you can see clearly. Oftentimes the top, like above his head, it gets a little spotty. This one looks pretty good. You know, the edges aren't perfect. Is there like some crazy tilt going on here? Or is this card just, is the whole slab is tilted? See what I mean? The slab was not straight when they photographed it, and that makes this thing look like it's tilted or something, but I don't think it is. It's actually a really nice copy. Always look for this kind of weird mismatch on the wood grain. You can see there's like the stripe coming down. That is present on many copies of the 66 Bobby Orr rookie card. This is a very iconic card. He looks great here. There's no print defect. There seems to be no surface problems here. Really nice image of Bobby right there. $7,500 as we sit right now. Here's a Topps PSA 1 Gretzky rookie. And I mean, I wouldn't normally look at a dirty one, but this one looked really nice for a 1. Very recently graded. So you got that ding right there on the top. You can see the stock coming through. You got the corner not great. You got like someone dripped their blood right there under the O. You got this one comes with blood. I'm kidding. It might just be a bit of ink. Got a crease, almost a bend. Look at that. Okay, so here's the big problem. I didn't see this from before, but a super ding right there, like where it's been like indented. And then this, you can almost see, I wouldn't call this a crease here. This looks more like a fold almost, where the surface of the card cracked. Still a nice one, though. When you zoom out on this thing, I mean, look at that. Well-centered, good image. Not bad for a 1, $500. Jerry Rice, Rubies. $32,000 for the PSA 8. I sound like that because that's me kissing my potential ownership of this card ever goodbye. And I really wanted to own a copy of this card one day. Maybe it'd have to be a 4 or something like that. But what just a great Jerry Rice card right there. Here is a Peyton Manning 1999 finest gold refractor out of 100. I believe this is a second-year card. Pop 9, 7 higher. But there's only 100 made. That's a really cool, I think, Peyton Manning card. And then a couple of early Prism Golds, or Select Gold, I should say Panini Golds, let's call it that way. But here's the Select Joe Montana, BGS 9 at 3,900, and the Prism Gold Roethlisberger out of 10 and a PSA 10 at 1950. There you go. Oh, so that's it. That's all we had for maybe. Do we not have the ones that? How do I see what's sold now? Because I thought we were watching more than just that. How do I see what is sold? Kind of learning. Oh, here we go. Ended. It's right there. So is this everything I'm watching? This is everything we were watching now. That is now sold. So okay. So here we go. Sorry, comments guy. Yeah. Hold on. There was more hockey, I think. So let's just see. Let's just scroll through. We didn't see this Aaron Rodgers. I thought that Aaron Rodgers card was beautiful. What did we not? Okay, there we had a Michkov sold for $350. Second-year Gretzky sold for $480. Sorry, guys. Late start to the show. Beautiful Sawchuk 54 Topps. PSA 6 sold for $750. We've got Esmeralda, guys. Esmeralda out of 5 sold for $800. Had to share that with you. This is one of the weirdest cards. This is a rookie card. Like it's a rookie year card of Peyton Manning. It's a PSA 10, $400. That's it. It might be the cheapest and coolest Peyton Manning card. It's a star date 2001 all at once. It's an acetate card. I've always loved it. Used to own a copy. OJ Simpson. I'm not buying OJ Simpson cards, but this is just a really nice copy of the card. It's super sharp, top to bottom. Really nice copy. So $1,440 for that. Did we see the other one somewhere? And $1,380. So the NBA gold sticker on the modern card had really no impact on the value tonight. $1,380 on the one without it. Same card down here sells for $1,440. Only a $60 difference, which is only $50 in bids. So didn't really have an effect. The Babe Ruth does 12, $2,500 on Wilt, $480 on the mantle there. Let's see what's on page 2. Oh, Ovechkin Future Watch Auto, BGS 9.5. Did I have an issue with the auto here? I can't remember. Autos, yeah, I have an issue. The auto is just not all there anymore. Don't like it personally, but it sold for $5,880. Here's a nice Gretzky card, 97 Pinnacle Team Parallel Mirror with Paul Kariya. PSA 8. Is Korea on the back of this? He must be. Yeah, there's Paul Kariya who has a very, very rabid fan base, actually, hobby-wise. But this card does $1,400. There's that LeBron 52 does $396. The PSA 5 Sandy Koufax rookie 2520. Shaq does $36. The Munson that I would love to have bought does $430. 11,100 on the green Cobb. That's a deal. I think that is a smoking deal. Hey, Mikey, did you buy the OJ? Beautiful card. Beautiful card, Mike. Beautiful card. Let's go back. Let's see if that was that on this screen or that was the last screen. Beautiful copy, Mike. Congrats. I really like it. The SGC1 Babe Ruth does 8,100. The base card MJ42. Beautiful Fran Tarkenton rookie. PSA 7 did 1,650. Satchel did 5,160. There's the red Cobb 12.6 for a 5. Are Cobbs on sale tonight? Like, that just seems cheap to me. 15K on the LeBron rookie. 14.4 on this beautiful LeBron James third-year patch auto. 78 there. Under 1,000 for the Jerry West with a severely off-center card, miscut. I don't know. It's almost a gimmick. It's a conversation starter, really. $3,000 on the Ultra Abilities MJ there. I thought this was a cool card, guys. Too bad we didn't get to look at it. But this Walter Payton 01 Topps Chrome King of King jersey, but that's like a 3-color patch, numbered on the hand numbered out of 75 Topps Chrome. I've just never seen this card before. I thought it was awesome. Look at that game used patch there. Walter Payton, guys. Come on. That's wicked. And Topps Chrome, beautiful cards back then. Kobe does 12. The other cut above MJ 8,700. Anything on page 3 here? Ultra Abilities, 2,100 on the soul of the game, PSA 9. $6,900 on the LeBron patch. Here's a Bedard. Team Canada Juniors did 810. This was a cool card here. Barry Sanders and LaDainian Tomlinson dual jersey auto. What's the grade? 10 on the autos. The Barry Sanders auto, I don't think this would grade a 10 anymore. It's faded. It's not perfect anymore. LaDainian's auto, same thing. Held up slightly better, I would say. If those autos were clean, that's just a classy looking card. I mean, the auto, it's all color matching too. You got the gold ultimate foil, blues and whites everywhere. Nice looking card. Shaq does 1830, Charles 2190, Dennis Rodman 15.6. We had a PMG a PMG green Wayne Gretzky from 2014. My least favorite design of all time of any PMGs. If they would have just not included this steel bar at the top here and the same one down the bottom, just get rid of that. This would have been such a nicer card. There would have been way more green. I would have loved it way more, but still kind of cool. Still cool for sure. Oh, now we're going back to November. Okay, we're in the old days now. This is showing me older or last week's auction. So let's see what's still going on. Oh, we're down to just oh, there's still cards going. I missed these somehow before. Donald Duck at 460. If anyone wants a Donald Duck card, yeah, I clicked the watch list. I admit it. I clicked the watch list for that. Here's a nice Bedard, who is, by the way, like a top 5 player in the league right now. This is employee exclusive autograph card at 750. Beat PSA 8 on the grade. Nice. This auto looks great as well. This card caught my eye. At first glance, I thought it was like a modern chromium finished Luke Skywalker card. And then I realized, no, it's from 1980, Star Wars Towards the Unknown from the Empire Strikes Back sets. I thought that was a pretty cool looking card. It just took me by surprise. And look at that, it's only pop 9 for a PSA 10 Luke Skywalker. Of course, it's not the first Luke Skywalker card. That's from the 77 series. This is 3 years later, so it's like a third-year Luke Skywalker card. But low pop 9 in PSA 10 for $170. That might be a buy, you guys. I don't know, especially if you collect it, especially if you really want the card, then it's definitely could be a buy. All right, 38.4 here on the Jerry Rice. A bunch of these have now sold. 30K on the Griffey out of 30. $3,000 on the Atomic Refractor Shaquille O'Neal. Bobby Orr is at $8,000 and counting. Don't think we saw there must have been a bid. I forget what it was at before. The Joe Montana Prisms at 4,500. The Peyton Manning second year gold refractor sold for $1,290. Tim Duncan Molten Metal Fusion Titanium 13.2. Okay, I'm going to comments now, guys. Where should we hover? Let's hover right over here. We got the Ty Cobb, we got the Connor Bedard, and we've got the Luke Skywalker. All right, I'm going to go back to comments only for the second time tonight, so I'm probably behind. I apologize, but thank you everybody for being here tonight. YouTube account haver Jeff Kent was selected for his illustrious career as the construction worker in the Village People. That's right. He doesn't look like a ball player so much to me. Dan's Vintage. I have that 53 Bowman Barrett in a 4. It's some roller marks that keep it from being a 7 and roller marks on this 5 ? Thanks for pointing that out, Dan. Could definitely be. Hello, Linda's first. Welcome, welcome. Jayhawk says the 53 Bowman set is beautiful. Such rich photos. I agree. Hobby Hoop said, is that the vintage version of full bleed photography? Really beautiful. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's not, it's close to full bleed, the 53, but there's a border. But I like the border being there, but I just think those cards are gorgeous. The scan is tilted, says Mr. Minty. Absolutely. YouTube account haver says they used to have a lot of photojournalist photos for the 53 Bowman, like ones from Life magazine. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, Linda's first picked up the Sidney Crosby 13-14 Flare Blue Ice at a 99 and the 23-24 Ultra Gold Medallion. Nice. Very nice. The Campy is fantastic, says Steve from Mr. Minty. I think he's talking about the 51 Bowman. Laura's congratulating everybody. Thank you. You're welcome, YouTube account haver. Eddie Matthews in the Boston hat is so cool. Hobby Hoops Hangout likes my story about the Munson. The Cobb is gorgeous. Yes. McMahon says those paintings are cool. Didn't know you had the Eiserman. Yeah, it's been there ever since I've had it. That kind of makes sense, though, doesn't it? It means that the Ruth lived a life. Yes, sir. We're talking about the 53. Sorry, the 33, number 53. What's going on here? So we're still in the 5-minute windows here. That's right. Bob Boozle, Jeremy identifies as an eagle eye on my 12-point vision spectrum. I will take it, Mr. Boozle. Letting me cook. I appreciate that too. Linda, I love listening to Jeremy think out loud about the hobby in general and his collection in particular. Well, thank you, Linda's first son, Michael. Thank you very much. Chasing White Tail. Kind of wish I didn't say that out loud just now. Just won a 54 Jackie SGC2 with eye appeal. First, Jackie, congratulations. That's awesome. And I mean, 54, is the last vertical for a few years, right? And well, really until I guess 57. What is I'm blanking on what 56s look like right now. 54, yeah, 54. No, 54 is vertical. 55, 56 are horizontal. What's 50? Oh, 57 is vertical. Yeah, it's the 57, the photo ones. Yeah, I'm with you, Chasing Tail. Top Edge Crooked. Hey, David G won the Ruth Clippings card. Congrats, David G. I thought that was a cool card. Love to see that you picked it up. Congratulations. Sundin says, bunch of Gretzky Cup base cards if someone wants to do the run. Oh, are they being offered tonight? I didn't see them. Thank you for mentioning that. I'll refrain from OJ jokes. Okay, good. Congrats again to Mike from Eastridge for buying the OJ Simpson. Hey, there's Name from Indigenous Rookie Cards. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you. Linda's first. I love that window shaped like a helmet on the Peyton card. I know, that card was so cool. Gennady, a late good evening to you as well. We had a late start, so you're not as late as you might think. We're only 48 minutes into the show. What a quacking price on the Donald Duck, eh? Steve at Mr. Minty says, great gold Bedard, gold auto. The auto should be graded. Yeah, it's a nice auto for sure. The 1986 Fleer of Luke Skywalker's, the third-year Luke right here. Still, it's $175. Like, that's a cool card. I'm kind of tempted to throw a bid at it. Pop 9 for a Luke. I mean, Luke Skywalker is the Michael Jordan of Star Wars. I think we can agree on that. Can we? Is Han Solo on there maybe because the Harrison Ford factor, which I think is a little bit of a higher level than the Mark Hamill factor, but Luke Skywalker is kind of the guy. As far as the good side of Star Wars, Darth Vader is kind of cool too, but I don't know. A PSA 10 for $175, pop 9, Luke Skywalker. How many Luke Skywalker cards are there though, right? Like he's got a couple in the 77 set. Was there Star Wars in 78 and 79 before 80? I don't know. And this is card number 302 in 1980. How many Luke Skywalker cards are there, between cards number 1 and 301? Is sort of another question I would have as far as the potential long-term importance of this card. But if you just want to buy it because it's cool, like I kind of want to, all the power to you, I would say. Dog food soup. Oh, a deer hunter, Jeremy. Yeah, you got me, Chris. That's where my mind went. But I don't hunt, so I don't know the hunter lingo. I must say, hey, there's my boy, Pleasure Point, Mr. Joe Perot. The hobby is alive. We already talked about your new cob again after talking about it last night, Joe. We talked about it a little while ago. Yes, name. I was at the teddy bear toss game at the Saddle Dome here in Calgary today. The Calgary Hitmen played a team. I don't even know the name of the team they played. It was a city in Oregon, I believe, and I'd never heard the name of the city before. I can't remember it right now. I'd never heard of this hockey team, but they were playing. They must be in the Western Hockey League, and it was a teddy bear toss game, and the Hitmen didn't score until there were like 7 minutes left in the game. So otherwise, we would have left earlier if we could have thrown our teddy bears onto the ice. But what a scene that is. And we moved down for the third period. We had friends that had some seats available. So we were like right behind the bench in like row 8 or something. And I'm sitting there and I got knocked in the noggin like 3 times by teddy bears coming from the levels above. And so then I turned around, was sheltering my kids from getting knocked out with these teddy bears coming down. It was fun, but that's why the late start. Bob Boozle says Anakin Skywalker is much more powerful. He was powerful, that's for sure. Steven, what are my thoughts on the BVG 8 O-Pee-Chee up today? Let's see. Sorry, let's see if we can find it in time to tell you. Gretzky, 1979. I'm guessing it's a 79 you're talking about. BVG 8 O-Pee-Chee. Is it this one here? Is it the how do I see what's ended now? Again, just logging in here, and I don't know how to see what's over because I don't know how to find sorry, it's just that the whole site changed today, and I don't know how to navigate it as well as I did in recent, for the last couple of years, basically. So I don't know. I just don't know how to find the card right now, Steven. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'd love to take a look. Oh, that's Stephen Ho. Hey, buddy. Sorry, I didn't realize that was you. I can't find the card, buddy. I'm sorry. I can't tell you. If you want to text me a picture of it, I will look for it. And maybe it's even sold by now. Sundin asking about Anakin Skywalker, even before he lost his legs and arm and skin. Bob Boozle says Anakin played with Luke in the original trilogy like a dog plays with a bone. There we go. Yeah, the Wenatchee Wild. It's in Washington State. Sorry, Washington State. Yes, that's who. Yes, name. It was the Wenatchee Wild. They're fairly new to the WHL. They came from Winnipeg. I had no idea. Yeah. So that's who the Calgary Hitmen were playing against. I went and we left with like 3 minutes left in the game. It was 3-2 for the Wenatchee Wild against the Calgary Hitmen. And actually, the second Hitmen goal was scored as we were leaving and walking through the concourse. We could hear that they scored. But yes, it was the Wenatchee Wild versus the Calgary Hitmen today. I got to tell you guys something. I've been to very few non-NHL hockey games in my life, like where I've gone to an NHL arena to watch hockey. And I've only really ever seen NHL live hockey games. The reason I'm telling you this is because, and this might sound obvious, but I didn't realize how bad the WHL is compared to the NHL. I didn't realize how bad these players are. Like it was crazy how bad, especially the Hitmen, how like these guys, they don't catch a pass like an NHLer does. They have trouble catching just about any pass that lands on their stick. And they shoot and they miss the net altogether. It happens in the NHL too. I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that they're worse than they should be, and maybe they'll get better. These youngsters, I don't know, they 17, 18 years old. Maybe they'll get better. I'm sure a bunch of them will. Many of them won't make the NHL. From what I saw tonight, I can't see anybody on the ice tonight making the NHL. And also, they don't want to shoot the puck. They're sitting there with a clear lane at the net, and they're not even looking at the net. They're looking for someone to pass to. It's like, do you not want to shoot the puck? It was like, I don't I just have no interest in ever going to watch a WHL game again. It was just the one. It was like the worst hockey I've ever seen live. Again, I'm holding them up against a pretty high standard, being the NHL. But these guys are the future of the NHL. They have these two teams. And I wasn't really watching Wenatchee very closely as much because I wasn't really hoping for them as much as I was watching the Calgary Hitmen. Hitmen looked absolutely horrible tonight. It was like, wow, they're just not very good. Anyway, Linda's first says those kids in the WHL have some crazy road trips. In my opinion, the toughest league in the Canadian Hockey League. Yeah, there's a lot of road to cover, right? If you're in the Ontario Hockey League or the QMJHL, in Eastern Canada, all these cities and towns are packed so closely together compared to the Western Hockey League, where you're traveling, Manitoba West down into the States. Yeah, that's tough. Bob Oozle, is that hockey team holding tryouts? I could use some extra spending money for Christmas. Dog Food Soup says, I quite enjoy the WHL. I'm glad you do, Chris. I'm glad you do, because that makes 50% of us that do, between you and me. So I'm glad somebody does here between the two of us. He says, as a Canucks fan, that's the Vancouver Canucks, I can easily go to one of their games for way more money if I want to watch people not catch passes, miss the net, and get overpaid. Elias Pettersson, number 40 on top. But yeah, well, the Canucks have just been bad for so long. And they have their moments. They do, but yeah, they've been bad for a while. It's too bad. Too bad. And not much hope really there right now. I don't know. Is there any hope for the future for the Canucks? Like, is there at least with the Flames, we have Dustin Wolf and a couple of young guys. And we're so bad that we might get a good pick this year, like next year in the draft. That's what I'm hoping for right now. All right. What is anything else sell? These things are still going. Hey, these cards are still. Is this all we have left that I had on? Oh, this is all that's left that's active, including Luke Skywalker now up to 185. So these $5 bids are coming in fast and furious. Ty Cobb, bat on shoulder, is at 4,300. Donald Duck, pop 9 for the PSA 10. This is out of 25, guys. I can't say it's Donald Duck's rookie card. This could be a 100th year card for all I know, but it's just, I think it's nice. I just, hey, who didn't grow up with those characters? Look at the Charles Barkley 17/17, 14-5 and climbing. Ended. I want to do ended, and let's search by highest price and just see what happened here. Again, $108,000 for the Kobe Bryant Kaboom. $108,000. That blows my mind. And now listen, this could be $1 million card in 5 years. It could be, and that'll blow my mind even more. But my mind is blown right now by that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just a lot of money. 84,000 on the Shohei Ohtani. Flawless red, white, and blue. Patrick Mahomes booklet shield Nike logo patch auto, $66,000. So these are not watching. This is all the cards in the auction tonight. The Rakuten Steph Curry. Didn't we? Oh no, these are old. Hold on. Gosh, this site is all sorts of messed up for me right now, isn't it? How do I pick I can't. So I'm in my watch list, which has 3,000 items because I never empty the watch list because you never had to. Now, do I have to go empty 3,000 items for my watch list? Fanatics, do I have to go do that now? Seriously? Wow. I wish they would have consulted me. Wish they would have made my job easier. There's a Kobe logo, man, 53K. Mickey Mantle rookie. Ooh, that looks nicely centered. PSA 5, 50,400. That's getting a bit of a centering premium right there for sure, because look at that. Oh, wow. That centering is, it's not perfect, and there is a slight counterclockwise tilt, but it's still beautiful. Decent registration, not perfect. A bit of a red glow coming off the top of the ball cap there. Name bar is nice and solid. Not perfect, but very solid. But there is some weird surface stuff going on. If it's excess ink or something like that, So I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying it's undergraded by any means, but certainly worthy of the eye appeal. The PWCC gave it back in its day. Reverse is nice. It's a great copy. Wow. Really nice copy right there. Hey, Caitlin Clark, $48,000 for Caitlin Clark. Logo Man, Russell Westbrook, $48,000 with the auto. MJ rookie, BGS 95 does 41,000. Oh, another one of these sold. Hey, love this card. Is this from tonight? Like, does it tell us? No, this is from November 30th. I got to figure out how to work this site again, guys. They went all sideways on me here. I don't even know what weeks these are for. Oh, look, I have 140 pages of items on my watch list. Unbelievable. Do I have to go through and like unwatch these one at a time? Who wants to watch me do that, guys? 3,000 items. 3,340, 3,339, 3,338, 37, 36, 35, 34. Do I have to do this now for 3,000 items, or do I need to start a new account so I don't have to spend time unwatching all these? That oh goodness me. Well, yeah, we're not gonna sit there and put you through that. Of course, I was just half kidding. Let's see what you guys are saying. Anything else about Name says only a small percentage will make it to the NHL. So probably from the WHL, he means. Don't think Calgary and Wenatchee are very good. I watch Kelowna quite often. They have a few good players, Iginla and Pupanakis. Oh, Papanakis. Yeah, Ty Jaginla. He's good, right? He was drafted by the Utah Mammoth, I believe. He was their first ever draftee. That's Jerome McGinley's son. I'll be interested to watch his career because I was a big Jerome fan. But thanks for clearing that because I know nothing about the WHL name. So thank you for letting me know. He says Everett has Landon DuPont and Carter Bear. DuPont is gifted and Bear is very good. That's cool to see. Gennady says the new Fanatic site is giving me headaches. Joe says new search filter has pros and cons. Linda's first says DuPont is the next one, and he plays defense. We'll see what happens. Some good defensemen in the league right now, right? Especially with Schaefer on the Islanders, and of course Makar still. Hello, Orlando. What's going on, buddy? Bob Boozle, not a good year for sports card website design. He's referring to the Probstein site Snipe that kind of burst in flames on day one, basically. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. Bob Boozle, we're watching Jeremy get angry. We're at stage one. Yeah. What inning are we in if Jeremy's anger on having to delete 3,300 items from my Fanatics watch list because I never had to delete them before. Didn't even know they were still on my watch list. But now the history is all there, which is kind of fun. Why don't we, instead of deleting them, why don't we sort them? Let's see what we were watching back in the day. Well, we're in highest price, so that's it. Okay, that's not gonna. Does that help us out at all? What am I watching on the Premier? 315 items on the Premier auction, 3,320 on the weekly. Oh my goodness! Could this be the death of the weekly show, guys? Someone needs to help me kind of accelerate my path on the learning curve for the new Fanatics site. I'm sure they put thought. I mean, they must have put a lot of thought into it and how the searching is going to work. But I'm guessing they didn't think about live coverage of the auction when they did that because I find myself bungling around here. Name says, this is the weekly unwatched party now. It's a 7-point spectrum of anger. Yes. Yes, I announced the hobbyspectrum.com last night on Sports Cards Live. I'd been teasing a project that I've been working on for several months now, and finally announced what it is last night. It is at thehobbyspectrum.com. Thehobbyspectrum.com is the new hobby identity platform that has been launched. It is an early beta. You can add your email yourself to the kind of wait list by going to thehobbyspectrum.com, entering your email, and then you'll get an access code in due course. But we're kind of adding people slowly, make sure nothing breaks. There's only like 10 people who've accessed it at all so far. So feel free to go to, again, thehobbyspectrum.com, put your email in the wait list, and we'll get you an access code soon. And then you can take the collector investor spectrum assessment, which will place you on the collector investor spectrum. We often talk about the collector investor spectrum here on the Sports Cards Live YouTube channel. And I set out to actually create what is the collector investor spectrum. And I've now done that. And it lives at thehobbyspectrum.com. Announced last night on Sports Cards Live. Joe definitely has a few critiques of the new search capabilities here on Fanatics Collect. Bob Boozle asks, is there a way you can look at the items in list form? And then is there a way? Yeah, that's right. That's what I was hoping I would see, Bob, but I don't see that. Like, I don't see anything here. I can filter, but there seems to be nothing there. I can sort, nothing there. There's no like check all, which is, I literally have, am I going to have to do this to 3,000 items? Then I'm going to have to do this every week, like and unlike, just so I can get them out of this watch list? Or do we just have to deal with the watch list growing indefinitely? Or maybe once a week, I'll unheart like, 1 page worth, which means we'll never get to the end of it because I'm adding a few pages every week too. I don't know. I'm going to reach out to my friends at, here's Mikey's new OJ, right? Is this the one that he bought today, December 7th? Yep. Oh, Mike, what a gorgeous copy of the card. Stunning copy. Absolutely. Unwatch. Hey, got through 1 page of 24 items. Let's clear all these out. Yeah, this site definitely needs some help, but hopefully they're on their way. The fact that they're doing any work on it at all is great. Is a great sign. That's a great sign. As much fun as the Chiefs Texans game, really. Who's winning that game right now? Check some scores myself. Just check my phone. I've had it off. Hitman lost 3-2 final score. And I'm just going to go check hockey scores too as we're winding down. 7-1, the Ducks over the Blackhawks. Blues beat the Habs. Golden Knights beat the Rangers in overtime. Capitals shut out the Blue Jackets 2-0. At least Protas had a goal. I have him in my fantasy. Dallas beat Pittsburgh. The rest I knew. Orlando said there should be a delete all check like most websites. Absolutely agreed, Orlando. Absolutely. Panthers won. Congrats to the Florida fans. Texans in KC. So is that game over? Why don't I see it here on my scores? Oh, that's right there. Never mind. 17-10 for the Texans. 2nd and 4. 6 minutes left in the 4th. Casey's got the ball. All right. And they're marching, hey? All right, we'll see what happens there. Thank you, Laura. All right, guys. I don't know. I mean, looks like we've gone through the auction tonight and having trouble navigating, which definitely puts a bit of a kind of a spoiler on things, I would say, for tonight. It's the first time I saw that was today, so I wasn't exactly ready for that. But any questions, comments, I've got a couple. We could go for a couple minutes here if anyone wants to talk about anything at all. Go to thehobbyspectrum.com. Put your email in the wait list. We will get you guys a code, and that'll get you in. Then you can find out where you fall on the collector investor spectrum. I personally came in at a 38. That makes me a precisionist. We have out of the 10 or so people on there so far, a couple of purists, several nostalgics, a couple hybrids. And I don't think we've had anyone higher towards the investor side. I don't think we've had any builders, operators, or tycoons yet, but I'm sure that is just in a matter of time of getting more people onto the platform. But check that out, guys, thehobbyspectrum.com with the word "the" at the beginning. No comments coming in. That is my sign that we're going to wrap this up, you guys. Thank you, Linda's first. Appreciate you joining, and everyone else that is here. I'm showing 73 people still, so 11 on Twitter, 62 here on YouTube. So that's a good turnout right now, considering we started late. We didn't even know if we were going to get the show started tonight. So thanks, guys, for joining. What can I tell you about this week? The premiere isn't till next Thursday, so like 10 days from now or so. This week here on the channel, no shows coming up this week, but I'm going to be working hard on more Hobby Spectrum work and getting the Pops and Comps book out. It's in with the editor right now, so hoping to get that back from him tomorrow. And then I'm going to run some of his edit suggestions through the manuscript. Then it's going to go to design, and then we're sending the file to Amazon to get that thing available for purchase on Amazon. So both of my projects, it's funny because these projects didn't start together. Like the book actually spawned out of the Spectrum project. The Spectrum project started first. Then the book came out of that as like a tangent, if you will. And I didn't expect them both to be kind of coming out at the same time, but it just happens to be working out that way. So I'm actually going to go back to the book, and in the book I can now refer to the Hobby Spectrum, which is kind of cool, and say, and I have there's an appendix in Pops and Comps, which is like hobby resources, and so I'll add the Hobby Spectrum to that. And it's not super deep, I'll be honest. It's not a super deep appendix, but there's some things on there. It's really like, links to the pop reports and stuff like that, but there's a bit more in there too. Chris is telling me to stand closer to the razor. I know, I need to shave. I will. Good night, Jeff McMahon. Thank you, Orlando. Thank you, Laura. Glad you got to see another hockey side tonight. Yes, I did. Hopefully they'll be better. Thank go Oilers. They've had a couple good games back to back, but which is kind of the par for the course for them, because the first third of the season they have not been very good, but we'll see what happens there. I would love to see McDavid win a cup, even though I'm a Flames fan. Have a good rest of your night. Everybody else also have a good rest of your night, guys. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining. We'll see you back here on Saturday for Sports Cards Live. What's Chris saying? I didn't say you need a shape. I just meant your razor misses you and wants to spend some quality time with you again. It misses me for sure. Guys, have a good night. It's Sunday. Have a great week ahead, everybody. We'll see you back here Saturday for Sports Cards Live. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in and being a part of the Sports Cards Live community. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and most of all, keep collecting. More great content to come. Sports Cards is a lifestyle.